For the land of the free.
And tipping us off here, a terrific performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back with more. Hold on tight and don't go away. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Joel Embiid.
Hey, guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Shake Milton. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. And for Miami, Jay Crowder out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Victor Oladipo. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Hero in at the shooting guard position. On tonight, Greg, 2 teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
A real comfort zone for Harris. I mean, he's looking to score often from this area.
Passes to Hero. Now here's Butler. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Harris.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
The free throw drops for Butler.
And, you know, you can see and even feel the drive and passion Butler plays with. He's an effective two-way player who just loves to compete.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
Adebayo against Embiid. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Butler passes to Oladipo and finished off by Oladipo.
You know, it's obvious that Oladipo loves getting out on the break. So good in the open court. Quick and effective in these open floor situations.
Harris. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Now, here's Oladipo, coming off a solid outing against Indiana. Adebayo against Embiid. Shot clock at 6. Adebayo kicks to Crowder. Here's Oladipo. Simmons pulls it in. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Butler, and it's blocked by Simmons.
Yeah, with great recognition, awareness, and body control, Simmons can get up for blocks.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
And the Heat with some changes. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Crowder. Duncan Robinson comes in for Tyler Hero. And it's Kendrick Nunn in for Victor Oladipo. And then for Philadelphia, Bobby Portis is checked in for Green. And Maxey subbed in for Shake Milton. 1:24 left to play in the first. Got that one up quick.
And that's what I like to see from Butler, going right up with it. No hesitation at all. Ready to shoot as soon as he catches.
Here's Maxey. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
And here's Nunn. He's coming off a 10-point game against Indiana. Adebayo finds Nunn. Fires, high post, 6 to shoot. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And I like the fact, guys, that those numbers have gone up since last season. I mean, he said free throw shooting was an area he was looking to improve, and he has.
And so he hits the technical free throw. The Heat making a switch here. Dragic is checked in. Then for the 76ers, Korkmaz comes in for Harris. And it's Seth Curry in for Joel Embiid. To Nunn. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Boy, a fantastic job by Aldridge to lay into that defender on the screen.
Curry is inside. Robinson on him. And it's Simmons, that time on the assist by Curry.
Outstanding focus that time by Simmons. Nothing really rattles this guy. He's unflappable, even when he's getting bodied by the defense like that.
Now, here's Nunn. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. In the corner, it's Robinson. Drills it from outside.
Well, that's the vision you get with Dragic. His teammates have to love playing with him.
Now here's Simmons. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Dragic from outside, and the last-second attempt doesn't fall. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Heat out front. They lead by 2. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And if you're like me and curious about Victor Oladipo's overall philosophy, listen to this.
I think the biggest thing is just the relentlessness. No matter what's going on, no matter how hard you want to do well, or if you mess up, just keep going. Just keep playing hard, just give it your all. You can live with the results after that because you know you gave it 110%.
You know, Greg, I haven't ever heard anyone question his effort.
He came into the league as a raw athlete. Now he's a skilled assassin.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And, you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Heat, we've got Kendrick Nunn. Robinson is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Dragic, and it's Adebayo in at the center. Miami with the ball. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Nunn. A three-pointer off the mark. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Magic. Ben Simmons gets the bucket. And here at the midway point of the year, lots of guys banged up, Clark. Is it hard to decide when to play through and then maybe not to play, when to sit?
Yeah, you know, that's a good question, Kevin. And a lot of times it's about pain tolerance, the severity of the injury. Is it something that you can play with that won't linger on and you don't have the possibility of further injury? Those are the factors that go into playing hurt or playing in pain.
New group in for the Heat. Crowder, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Butler comes in for Robinson. Tyler Hero, he's checked in for Kendrick Nunn. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Goran Dragic. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Portis. Harris comes in for Simmons. Green, he's checked in for Korkmaz. And it's Shake Milton in for Maxey. What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
Here's Hero after the made shot from Joel Embiid. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game. .122 left now here in the second. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Oladipo.
Aldridge keeps his head up and his options open. He's a team-oriented guy with a good basketball IQ. Excellent pass.
Here's Curry, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for Miami. It's a 5-point game. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Buries the long-range jumper. Oladipo's got 5 points in the quarter.
Seems to get better every year from outside. Oladipo feeling comfortable pulling the trigger.
And the basket by Curry.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Here's Oladipo after the Sixers pick up 2. Aldridge left side. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Bounce pass Embiid. Green finds Embiid. Here's Curry. Back to Embiid. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Embiid's got the lead up to 6 now for the 76ers. Oladipo outside. Now the pass to Hero. Offline with his 3. And so it's Philadelphia with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They never put themselves in too much danger. 4 points was the most they trailed by. They settled into a nice groove in the second quarter. It's now a 6-point lead, and they only need to keep it going in the third. And from what we saw so far from the 76ers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Tremendous game so far for Simmons. He's really on the offensive end of the floor. This is the production you want from him every night.
And over to Shaq. What'd you think about Miami?
Anytime you're giving up a field goal percentage in the 60s, it's not pretty. Looks like Kenny. Their D has been all over the place, not in a good way. Somebody needs to come out the second half and be a leader. Get them pumped up.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Victor Oladipo really making a difference here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Harrison and Embiid together in the middle. Shake Milton is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the small forward position. Now, here's Oladipo. Puts it up for Adebayo. Hammers the alley-oop through. Great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence, and so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right
now. No, we don't do that.
And he makes the first.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, Tobias Harris is a great scorer, and he's had multiple NBA stops, and I think you just have to simply say this guy has always been wanted.
And Harris drops them both. Oladipo with the ball. 7 points in the game. Outside Butler. Simmons against Oladipo. Left side Crowder. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And the power rankings now, second half of February. Interesting to see how some of these teams compare. You look at the Timberwolves. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And right now for Philadelphia, they've used the doubters as fuel for this season's strong showing. Night after night, each guy plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder.
And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
Well, you look at Adebayo. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Here's Dragic after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Robinson passes to Adebayo. And Embiid with the block.
You look at this combination of reach and timing, it makes Embiid a superb shot blocker.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Embiid's got the lead up to 10 now for Philadelphia.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Dragic with a wide open look. No good on the triple. Philadelphia leading by 10. Here's Embiid. Portis trying to free himself. And Joel Embiid again. Embiid's got 6 here in this quarter. For Miami, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Timeout called, the Heat. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Miami. Now some of the best in the NBA right here. The top scorers, efficiency-wise. Ben Simmons, #1. And, of course, Bam Adebayo.
You can't say enough about these two guys shooting this season. Both their percentages, just incredible stuff.
Here's Adebayo. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Dragic against Simmons.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Now, here's Maxey. After the miss from Goran Dragic. And that one drops. And the 76ers lead by 14. Dragic against Portis. Aldridge, wide open, he fires. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by Philadelphia.
And Simmons kicks to Portis. Maxey passes to Portis. Over Aldridge. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And so it's Philadelphia with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action after this word. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. Oladipo is out there with Hero. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Adebayo in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Oladipo. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. Pass to Butler. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
The 76ers leading by 16. Milton finds Embiid. Now Simmons. It's stolen by Oladipo. It's 2-on-1. Here's Butler. No good on that one. Great D that time from Green. Harris inside. Aldridge is covering. Harris, good. And the 76ers lead by 18. Now a timeout called by Miami. They're trailing by 18. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Udonis Haslem. He's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Bielitsa comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Ejuan Moore checking in for Oladipo. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Scotty's checked in for Embiid. Tolliver comes in for Green. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Shake Milton. And Curry subbed in for Simmons.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the 76ers.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And tonight's win will put them up 2-1 in what has become a really intense season series, giving them a tentative edge here with one still left to be played against the Heat.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Joel Embiid.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Shooting two.
That free throw good from Bielitsa. Goran Dragic is checked in for Hero. Both good from the line that time. 55 seconds left in the fourth. Iguodala against Harris. He dishes it to Scott. The feed to Tolliver. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Okay, two hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simply.
From the high post. And it's Haslem with the rebound. Miami with the ball. They trail by 18. Here's Dragic. Can't cash in from close range. Harris, right side. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Joel, in the past, you've had some critics, and you haven't run away from that. So what are you looking to prove out there?
Just being dominant, so I want, every time people hear my name, I want them to know that I'm a dominant player.
That was certainly the case tonight, man. Congratulations. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.